we get bored in the salon because we're never trying anything new. If you stay educated, it gets you excited. It gets you wanting to try something new. You try that new thing on your guests, then all of a sudden you have a higher average ticket.
Gonna be a great day. Chop it, clip it, spray it, flip it. I woke up this way.
What's up, guys? Welcome to today's podcast. So, it's not going to be an audio podcast today. I'm going to show you guys a technique. I've already edited the video. Today, we're going to be focusing on the Rachel haircut, which seems a little crazy because when I was in beauty school, I believe that was like... not even popular then. So just going back, we're going back in time. Really excited to share with you guys this technique though and explain why I'm doing this haircut. But also, we're going to do a giveaway. So I want to talk about that. And MinervaBeauty.com is my partner on this podcast. So they've been a sponsor for a very long time. And one thing I want to encourage you guys to do is in this time now where we're kind of like trying to figure things out, trying to figure out what's going on with the salon industry and just really human beings in general. I want to do more of these live streams so that we can just stay educated, keep each other inspired, and learning. Because my theory is, when you get better when no one else is like thinking about it, right? So for me, anytime, like when I was out of hair school, when I was in hair school. When I went home, I would practice more. And the reason I would practice more is because I knew nobody else was practicing. So the way that you get better, the way that you kind of grow yourself is to always be learning, always be practicing. So we don't know when we're getting back in the salon. A lot of you guys have closed your salon. My salon's closed as well. We don't know when we're getting back into it, but we can use this time to really focus and learn. So free salon education is going to go even harder. I'm going to be putting out education even more. I've got great supporters in the salon industry like Paul Mitchell and Joyco and Minerva. So, you know, I want to share with you guys that education and we can do as much as we can together. And I want to do these live because then I can interact with you guys and really answer your questions. So I'm going to play the video. It's going to be a live voiceover today. Last time I did a recorded voiceover, but I want you to ask questions during it so that we can all, you know, get involved. So go to MinervaBeauty.com, be inspired. So not only do you get inspired from an education standpoint, but also think about your salon and what you want your salon to look like when you guys return. There was Justin Scott. Used to work at our salon. Now he works at a barbershop, but I thought he had a cool post the other day. I saw that his barbershop said that they're closed for renovations, even though we all know that our shops are closed because it's kind of being forced to at this point. They're doing renovations. They're making things look better. So just because you don't have guests in your salon doesn't mean you shouldn't be thinking about what do you want your salon to look like when you get back? What do you want your policies to be? What do you want? You know, just take this time to really reorganize everything. So MinervaBeauty.com, if you look at their Instagram at Minerva Beauty, you can get a ton of inspiration from the different, let me pull it up actually. The thing I love about their Instagram is that they're always posting different design ideas. So things that don't even cost you money at this point. You could just go in, clean up your salon, organize it. See if I can. It's this easy, guys. You can do it with me. Minerva Beauty. There we go. So if you look at their Instagram, see, you can see all these different design ideas, ways to stay in focus, buddy. You can do it. There you go. But anyways, so go check out Minerva Beauty on Instagram. They've supported me for a long time, supported this podcast. So I want you guys to support them, check them out, go give them a like, go give them some love. Also, we're doing a giveaway today. Let me throw that up on the screen here. Paul Mitchell is the partner of this podcast today. And we're going to give away the violets and blues, the new violets and blues from their Demi line. So there's 5 new shades, I believe. That's what it is. So you've got 3V, 6V, 1AA, 6AA, and 10AA, and they're going to give you guys a kit of that. So the way that I want you to do this is on any of the social media platforms you're watching me right now, I want you to comment Paul Mitchell. Just write Paul Mitchell in the comments, and then I'll know you want to be in the contest, and you'll have a chance to win that. And we'll do that drawing at the end of March. So I'll keep teasing it, and then at the end of March, we're going to give away a kit of all those colors. So let's get started today with what we're going to talk about. The Rachel, right? So the funny thing is I'm going to do a color technique real quick. It's a toning technique. I'm going to show you guys what these violets and blues look like. But the haircut is what we're really going to learn today. And I want you to see, you've got the Rachel on the one side, and on the other side is a girl named, I think, Hailey Bieber. It's Justin Bieber's wife. So Allure magazine is saying that the Rachel's coming back. They're saying she's wearing it. It's definitely not the same haircut. So I want to show you guys kind of a modernized version of what the Rachel was. And I'm going to walk you through that step by step. So kind of exciting. The things that I notice about this cut is that it's very heavy, and a lot of the face frame videos that I've taught in the past that some of you guys maybe have watched, I try to remove a lot of weight from the face frame. So with this, we're building up a lot of weight, which is just the biggest difference, I think, in this cut. She's also got, it looks like pretty thick hair. I'm not sure. I got to stay 6 feet away. So I'm not sure how thick her hair is, but I think it looks like to me medium to thick. So it's, you know, I'm going to show you guys how to kind of keep that weight in there for this particular cut. So to start off, let me get myself lined up here so I can pause the video if I need to. Let me see here. All right, so we're going to switch in. Got that going. All right, so first off, I'm going to show you guys mixing. I want to show you guys this toning technique. Let me see if I can play it. All right, so I'm going to use the Paul Mitchell Flash Toner Violet. This is a really cool, it's a brass-free flash finish, so you just leave it on 2 to 10 minutes. And we did some pre-highlights on this mannequin. Carly did it. Thank you, Carly. You can see how brassy those highlights are. So what I do is I just go in and I paint that on. Now I'm doing it on dry hair. I like toning on dry hair because a lot of times when you put a toner on wet hair, it dilutes it a little bit. So if it's not a strong toner, you're not going to get quite the results that you're looking for. And I'm just going to go through, paint that all the way through. And I wanted to give this kind of a finished touch so you guys could see what these toners do. And then we're going to go in and do the haircut. So see all of you guys posting Paul Mitchell on there. See the violet tones coming through. Process it for 10 minutes. I went the max because I wanted to show you guys that result. Now we're going to get into the cut. Basically with the cut here, I do a center parting. So I'm going to go center, straight down center back to section it off. Let me continue it through. Comb everything down, and then I'm going to split it at the division line. So what I like to do here is notice where let me go a little further. Oh, great. Good job, Matt. So anyways, I'll let it roll. But you can see I try to get to the point where I'm connecting to that back of the neck nape line area. And the reason I like to do that is because that's the same density. So if you look at this part of the head right in this area, so from the neck all the way up to the high point, that's all the same density. And then everything from behind the ear to the front is the same density. So when you're working on your clients, you want to make sure that you understand what the density is. So if I'm cutting the back the same as the front and they're not the same density, you're going to get a different result. So it's just important to understand that. So I comb everything forward and away. Also know if you guys post questions, I'll be able to see them. I can see them in all the chats. So let me know. Then I go straight down center back. And what I'm going to do is just work on cutting a blunt line. So straight down center back across the occipital bone, all the way to behind the ear. And I'm going to section that nice horizontal line through it. Now, anytime I take a parting, for the most part, what I'm doing is I'm drawing the line that I want to mimic with my finger angle when I start to cut. So what I mean by that is my fingers will now match that line. So I use that parting as my guide. So as I'm cutting across, I just mimic that, and then I know that I'm going to stay consistent throughout the cut. And what I'm really trying to do is just build a nice thick kind of blunt line on the bottom. That's why I go from the occipital bone down and just cut one section. And I just cut that through. Now I'm going to let the rest of the back down, and now we're going to start to elevate and create layers. So there's a question on here about the toners. I think it's Shauna. She's saying, how do you know which toners are strong? So what I mean by a strong toner is when you get familiar with a line, you'll know that some toners have a lot of pigment and then some are a lot lighter. So that's what I mean by a strong toner. You're not going to know it till you get used to using the line. So you could always try on wet first and just know. I also recommend that you always use mannequins to test things out, right? So anytime you're bored in the salon or, you're looking to, just figure things out, test things out, you're in between clients, grab a mannequin, bleach a spot, and then try out toners. Try it on dry, try it on wet, and then you'll know moving into it. That's what an educated person does so that they go into the situations and they set themselves up. So now we start our elevation here, and I'm going to use that bottom piece as my guideline, and I'm going to work up the round of the head. So we might think doing a 90-degree haircut is a little bit dated. That's what we learned in beauty school, and we always thought that was a dated haircut. Well, the Rachel haircut kind of caters to that rounded layer effect. So I take pie-shaped sections, and I bring it over to the previous section. So it's a traveling guide. So even though you can't really see how far over I'm pulling it, just know that I section about a half-inch section, and I pull it to the previous, and I just work my way all the way across the head. The reason that I can do this is because of that same density. So this whole back panel that I'm working on has the same density. If I sectioned over top of the ear, that last section, I wouldn't want to elevate it and cut it at that 90 degree because I would be taking out too much weight and then you get a hole. So understand that that's why when I'm working my way around the head that I just, I make sure I stop right at that hairline. All right, let's see. So continued around, and now I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Good to see all of you guys logged on. Got lots of people on here. Is anybody still working in the salon? That's what I'd like to know. Put that in the chat. So I just continue, same thing. Now, the one difference here is going to be that I'm pushing the hair now on this side to the guide. So I've talked about this a million times, but maybe you're tuning in for the first time. I always want to push the new hair towards the guideline. I never want to drag the guide to the new hair. It's just a good rule to go by. Now we're going to work the most important part. So I want to talk about the face frame a little bit. So you can see I take a diagonal forward parting right there. And what I'm doing is I'm taking that diagonal forward parting and I'm going to pull it over to me. Now, in a lot of cases, your guest doesn't want a real heavy face frame. So what I like to do in that case, when they don't want a heavy face frame, is I elevate the hair. You're going to notice on this point, I'm going to be lowering the hair with my elevation. Also going to find my guideline. Now, a good golden rule here is to cut it and then check it and then cut more if you need to. Err on the longer side so that you don't cut too short of a face frame. So you'll notice I even left it in there because I wanted to share with you guys how many times I cut it. I cut it 3 times to really get that length where I wanted it to, and I just work it little by little. So now, another diagonal forward parting, bringing it over to me, low elevation, building up that weight. And I'm just going to continue through this side, and what you'll notice is that my elevation drops more and more, and the reason it's great to drop your elevation at this point is we're starting to work to where it's going to connect to the opposite side. So now I'm connecting it all through, and we've got a nice face frame, nice heavy face frame, and then it connects to the back. So same thing here. Grab a piece from the other side, use that as my guide. So now I don't have to cut multiple times. Cut through it and just keep working diagonal forward partings. Cool. Just keep working through. So it's pretty simple, the technique, just kind of keep bringing everything over. You could do this on longer hair as well, so it doesn't have to be the Rachel haircut. So if you're looking to build like a heavy face frame on long hair, this works that way as well. You just keep bringing everything over. We used to call it across the street back in the day, working with Paul Mitchell. Pretty simple technique. Now I'm just blending the back and the front. So now I cut my blunt line. This is like a good point, I think. A lot of people like to cut like they cut the length, then the layers. We did that in the back, but I don't like to do that for the whole cut. So I want to determine the length in the front when I see how the layers kind of play out. So you'll notice that I did all the layering, all of that, and then I connected the back with the front and finished off that round line. I also don't love cutting from the bottom point, especially in the front, because if I cut layers from this bottom line, if I cut the line first, then layer it, if you layer from that line, what tends to happen is it takes away the density from the line, so you don't get a nice blunt feel. And a lot of people with the trend nowadays, they want that real blunt line, that blunt feel on the haircut. So I'll cut it blunt afterwards, and I'll even take it up maybe a little bit just so I get an even more thick kind of feel to the line. Hopefully that makes sense. So now I'll continue through there all the way around to the other side. So Marco's saying he's from Italy, 15 days closed. Take care, guys. It's craziness out there. All right. So now I'm going to blow it dry. I put in Paul Mitchell. This was Invisible Wear Volume Whip. I put that in the hair, worked that through. Love this product because it's humidity resistant, and it's got a really natural feel to it. It doesn't feel sticky at all. I love a good foam in the hair. So I'll put that in there, do a little bit air drying first, and then I go in with my Ergo round brush and I start round brushing it to get that volume. So, create that kind of that face frame that goes into the face. So you'll see right here, start to round brushing everything straight out from the head to get a pretty much maximum volume on there, and really smooth and polish that hair out. We won't go through the whole technique. It's a basic round brush set all the way around. You'll see 90 degrees. And then I'm going to finish it up with Invisible Wear Orbit Hairspray. It's got a really good hold to it. It's a pretty standard hairspray, I think. Smells delicious. Don't eat it. And that's kind of the end result. You can see the tone really calmed down from that toner, that flash toner. Really made it a nice, soft, beautiful blonde. But then it's got all those layers in. So here's the one thing I want to say to you guys. I'm not the inventor of what's fashionable, right? Everyone should know that. I'm an educator. So I was looking through what are popular haircuts, and people are saying the Rachel. So, I just go through and I teach you guys what I'm seeing is popular. So I'm not creating the popular looks. I'm just teaching you them. I don't know if this haircut will become popular, but what I want you guys to really think about is the fact that it's learning techniques. So understand that techniques are important. You're going to use them all throughout your career. So that face frame technique, maybe you take that from it. Maybe you'll never do this haircut, but you'll do that face frame technique, and think about the fact that you could do higher elevation to remove weight, have a nice light face frame, or lower elevation to keep weight, which works really well as well. And that's pretty much that. So do you guys think that this is going to be a trend? Do you think that this is something that will be popular out there? Let me know. Post in the comments. I'd love to see that. Does anybody have any questions? Post those. I'm going to hang on here for just a second so I can see if you have questions about the technique. Remember, comment Paul Mitchell if you want to win this kit. We're giving it away at the end of March 2020. So just in a couple weeks, we're going to do a giveaway. Thank you to Paul Mitchell for providing that and supporting free salon education and its community, you guys. So you guys will have a lot of fun with that kit. Let's see. Do we have any questions? Can you do this on very fine hair? Jenny's asking. So, yes, you can do it on fine hair. It's actually So it depends on what your clients like, but a lot of my fine hair clients that want a face frame, I do low elevation on them to keep that density a little bit. And it creates that face frame without layering it too much. So any type of fine hair. The problem with fine hair is you don't want to have too little of layers because you also don't want their hair to be heavy and falling down. So picking the right product, which this invisible wear volume whip is actually pretty good because it makes the hair feel a little thicker. It's humidity resistant, but it also it's light. So for fine hair, it works really well. When you pull the front side out, how far over did you go? Lynn, when you pull the front side out, how far over did you go? I'm not sure if I understand the question. So I'm going to say, so the front side, when I pulled it out, how far over did you go? I think she's probably talking about the over direction on the face frame, I'm assuming. If that's what she's asking, we went until there was no more hair. So I kept pulling it till my guide that I had in the front ran out and there was no longer hair coming over. And then you know to stop on the sides. So it could be different on all different haircuts, especially if you didn't cut the back. So we layered the back so we didn't have to go as far back. But if we didn't layer the back and she had really long hair, then you might pull even more hair from around the back to the sides, to the front. Okay. I love volume whip. It's so versatile. Awesome. Let's see. I think that's it. I think that's good. I think we got it. I don't see any other. I see a lot of thank yous, so you're very welcome, everyone. I want to just let you guys know that, you know, Free Salon Education is here for you guys, and we actually have some big things coming up. I'm testing something tomorrow. I wish I could tell you guys about it, but hopefully it'll be out in the next week or two, which will help your training needs even more. It's really hopefully gonna take Free Salon Education to another level, make it more accessible for you guys, and more of a tool for you guys as well. And of course, it will be free. So yeah, Free Salon Education is here. If you guys need anything, let me know. Post in the comments what you want to see next. I know that I had some great things sent to me, some products sent to me to make videos with. So I got some new products to announce to you guys as well, which will be really exciting. That'll be coming up in the next couple days. I'm going to be filming all day tomorrow, multiple techniques, so that the education just keeps coming out and you guys don't get bored, and you have lots and lots to learn. So thank you guys so much. I think it's Cassie or Casey said, Matt, will you do any kind of petitions to help us? So I have seen the petitions going around to help beauty professionals. So obviously, I think the word is out there, and obviously we'll do anything we can to spread it. But yeah, guys, make sure you're signing those petitions, and you know. So, but I believe in my heart that the government right now is trying to figure things out in the U.S., hopefully around the world, because this isn't anybody's fault. This is just a big, you know, a thing that we all have to deal with. So all I can do is educate, because that's all I know how to do. And we're going to keep doing that, and hopefully figuring things out. Men's cut next. That would be cool. Probably will do that for sure. Let me know anything else you guys want to see. Any hands-on classes coming up? No. It's funny because I was just telling Christina yesterday that I was thinking about launching some hands-on classes, and I'm glad I didn't, because obviously we don't know when we'll be able to do that in person, but we can do it this way. So hopefully this helps. All right, guys, thank you so much for being a part of everything. I don't need to play that video again, unless you guys want to do it all over again. Thank you guys for being a part of Free Salon Education. I really appreciate it. Being a part of the community. Let me know if you have questions in the comments. Support the channel by subscribing, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks so much.
It's gonna be a great day. Chop it, clip it, spray it, flip it. I woke up this way. It's gonna be a great day. Chop it, clip it, spray it, flip it. Let me show you the way. It's gonna be a great day. Chop it, clip it, spray it, flip it. I woke up this way. It's gonna be a great day. Chop it, clip it, spray it, flip it.